Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Soul Harmony channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Suffocating fog clings to Blackwater Bridge, its ancient iron weeping with dampness, as darkness devours the edges of the scene. A lone patrol car crunches to a halt on the bridge, its headlights cutting weakly through the dense fog. Arlen Crest, a detective etched with weariness, steps out into the oppressive night. The rusted metal flakes off underfoot, a silent testament to the bridge's age and the weight of the night. On Blackwater Bridge, fog hangs heavy, obscuring the world in a veil of mystery. Arlen notices Lydia by the railing, her bright red shoes a stark contrast to the somber surroundings. Lydia shivers, a solitary figure against the backdrop of swirling fog and encroaching darkness. Arlen approaches cautiously, his footsteps muffled by the thick, damp air. The fog dances around them, isolating them from the world, creating an intimate, tense space. A silent question hangs in the air as Arlen gets closer, his concern evident. The room hangs heavy with a palpable tension, each shadow seeming to hold its breath. An unseen anticipation coils in the air, thick and suffocating. A figure emerges, their presence sharp against the strained atmosphere. Arlen's voice cuts through the silence, demanding clarity. "Are you the one who called 911? Arlen's question hangs in the air, unanswered. The darkness is suffocating, pierced only by a sliver of light. Soft breathing echoes in the oppressive silence. Lydia's face emerges from the shadows, a mask of stark terror. Her eyes dart wildly, searching for an unseen threat. Her voice trembles as she whispers, "I saw something." In the dim unknown, a lone figure, Arlen, stands, silhouetted against the faint light. The air vibrates with unspoken tension, a palpable sense of anticipation filling the space. Arlen's stance is rigid, every muscle tense as he awaits a response in the gloom. The darkness seems to press in, amplifying the weight of the unanswered question. His voice cuts through the silence, a demand veiled in anxious curiosity. "What did you see?" The question hangs heavy, echoing in the dimly lit void, awaiting a reply. Arlen sits amidst a storm of case files, each one a haunting echo of unsolved disappearances. The corkboard looms, a grim gallery of hopeful smiles turned to silent accusations under the dim fluorescent light. A chilling detail surfaces. Each victim heard a whisper before vanishing. The words, "Bring him back," resonating. The silence of the station amplifies Arlen's grim mood, broken only by distant sirens and the weight of unanswered questions. In the sterile interrogation room, Lydia's red shoes tap a nervous rhythm against the cold linoleum. The air hangs heavy, each tick of the clock amplifying the oppressive silence. Arlen enters, his presence instantly altering the room's atmosphere with an unspoken tension. He slams a thick file onto the steel table, the sound echoing ominously. The file rests between them, a silent accusation hanging in the air. The room is bare, lit by stark light that casts long shadows, its purpose uncertain. Arlen sits, his figure a study in tension against the harsh backdrop. He leans forward, his gaze intense and unwavering, fixed on the unseen. The silence hangs heavy, broken only by the weight of unspoken words. Arlen's face is etched with determination, a demand lurking beneath the surface. His voice cuts through the stillness. "Tell me everything." In the unknown location, shadows stretch and writhe across the walls, a silent ballet of darkness and mystery. The room pulses with an unseen dread, the dim light failing to fully penetrate the oppressive atmosphere. A chill permeates the air, hinting at secrets hidden just beyond the reach of the flickering light. Lydia's voice cuts through the silence, a stark warning echoing in the cavernous space. "I told you, a man with no face," Lydia says, her words painting a terrifying image in the darkness. Arlen's intense gaze is fixed downwards, studying every detail. His eyes narrow, catching sight of the foreign dirt clinging to the other person's shoes. A moment of realization dawns in Arlen's expression, piecing together the puzzle. "That's not everything. Your shoes. The dirt on them isn't from this area. You were running from somewhere else." Shadows stretch and flicker in the dimly lit room, a visual echo of the heavy tension that fills the space. A desperate plea hangs in the air as Lydia's voice barely breaks the silence, a whisper lost in the oppressive atmosphere. Fear and desperation swirl in Lydia's eyes, reflecting the unknown horrors that grip her heart. The flickering light dances across Lydia's face, highlighting the fine lines of worry etched around her eyes and mouth. A moment of heart-stopping revelation, as Lydia finally cries out, her voice laced with dread, "My brother, he's missing." The room seems to shrink around her as the weight of her words settles, amplifying the sense of isolation and impending doom. An oppressive silence hangs heavy in the unknown room, thick with unspoken tension. The air crackles with a sense of foreboding, every shadow seeming to deepen. Arlen's voice cuts through the stillness, sharp with disbelief and anxiety. "Missing how?" Arlen asks, the simple question echoing with profound implications. The room holds its breath, awaiting an answer that could shatter everything. In an unknown location, Lydia's intense expression fills the scene, her urgency palpable. Lydia leans forward, her words laced with growing concern. He heard a voice on the bridge, Lydia says, her eyes filled with worry. Lydia's voice drops, revealing a chilling connection. The same voice that said your name. The weight of Lydia's revelation hangs heavy in the air. The unknown location now a space of dread. Under the cloak of night, Arlen stands solitary at Blackwater Bridge. The fog, a silent shroud around him. He stares into the still water below, lost in thought. The dense fog hangs heavy, muting the world and isolating Arlen in its embrace. The gentle lapping of water against the bridge is the only sound. His figure is a stark silhouette against the ghostly backdrop. A pale, swollen hand pierces the dark surface, reaching desperately towards the somber sky. The river mirrors the sky's overcast gloom, its surface rippling with secrets and despair. The air hangs heavy with moisture, a palpable sense of sorrow clinging to the scene. His silent testament to a life lost, swallowed by the unforgiving depths below. A bare, undefined space basks in light from an unseen source, its emptiness profound and absolute. Silence fills the stark room, amplifying the sense of anticipation and mystery. From the void, a voice emerges, cutting through the silence with an unsettling calmness. Jonas, V.O., speaks, his voice echoing in the emptiness. Hello, Arlen. The greeting hangs in the air, a chilling invitation, or a looming threat in the stark expanse. A stark, empty space, devoid of life and color, bathed in light from an unseen source. In the silence, Arlen's voice shatters the calm, laced with disbelief and a hint of desperation. Arlen's face is tight with denial as he stares into the void. No, you're dead, Arlen whispers, a desperate plea against the crushing weight of reality. Beneath Blackwater Bridge, the water is disturbed, churning with an unnatural, violent force. Jonas erupts from the depths, water cascading from his decaying form. His flesh hangs loose, a grotesque mask barely clinging to bone. He grins, a horrifying rictus of exposed teeth and absent lips. The scene is a macabre tableau, a nightmare made real in the churning water. In a stark, echoing space, light pours in, casting long shadows that dance around Jonas. Jonas stands alone, a solitary figure silhouetted against the bright, unforgiving light. His voice cracks, filled with a raw, desolate pain that echoes off the bare walls. You left me, Jonas whispers, the accusation hanging heavy in the silent, empty air. Anxiety hangs heavy in the air. The unknown location feels like a cage. Silence amplifies the unseen threat, pressing down on every corner. Tension coils like a spring, ready to snap at the slightest disturbance. Arlen's face is etched with desperation. I tried to save you. His words echo in the suffocating space, a futile promise. The weight of failure crushes him as the inevitable looms closer. Arlen's intense gaze is glued to the security footage, tracking Lydia as she leaves the station. He rewinds, the image a blur of motion, searching for something hidden in the shadows. Frame by frame, a distorted, faceless shadow emerges behind Lydia. Flickering light paints Arlen's face, revealing a growing horror. The truth lurking in the security footage is a nightmare taking shape. In the dense woods, Arlen stealthily tracks Lydia, his breath misting in the frigid night air. The trees thin, revealing a dilapidated chapel under the moon's ghostly glow. Candles flicker within, casting eerie shadows on the chapel's crumbling stone walls. Lydia stands in the center of a circle of candles, a solitary figure amid the faint light. Her silhouette is stark against the flickering candlelight, patient and still. The abandoned chapel holds its breath, awaiting the unfolding drama. In the dimly lit space, Arlen confronts Lydia, his expression a mix of weariness and resolve. Lydia stands calmly inside a chalk circle, her eyes fixed on Arlen. Lydia, step away from the circle. Lydia's voice cuts through the silence. You're late, detective. Arlen's eyes narrow with realization. You weren't running from anything. A chilling admission from Lydia. No, I was luring you. Lydia's final haunting words hang in the air. Because it doesn't want the missing people. It wants you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share.